So I've gotten a lot of people sending me like a video, like, oh, these guys copied you. They copied you. Da, 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 da. Okay. So GM Golf does a private, I think the title of the video was $250,000 membership. And then I see that. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Here we go. And I watch a video. Like, it's a totally different format than I do it. It was fine. They do great stuff. I mean, their content's pretty solid. So, I'll credit to GM and Good and all those guys. Like, they do engaging, fun content. So when I saw that, like, people were just like, Matt, what do you think? And I'm like, what do you think about like copycatters out there? Like, let me just say, they're not the first to copy that video, like thumbnail title. They're not the first ones. It's been done before. I'm not going to call people out, but that's it. Okay. It's been done before. And other of my videos have been ripped off before too. Many of them. And I will say this. I did copy one of the Good Crew's videos, Bubby Golf. Like, I did copy one of his videos. And now GM Garrett gave me credit saying, hey, we got this idea from MrShortGame. And so they did it. And I appreciate that. Now, I didn't give Bubby credit in my video. Now, I didn't do it on purpose for a reason. I'll get into that in just a sec. But so they gave me credit. That's always good, right? If you're going to kind of rip someone's stuff, give them credit. Not everybody does that. Plenty of my stuff has been totally ripped off and no credit. And I'm like, okay. And over the years, I'm like, man, like it would bother me. And I'm like, man, this guy's just stealing my stuff. This guy's stealing everybody's stuff. So I was like, okay, what do I do with that? And so I didn't know. And so I started doing a lot of analytical research in YouTube. Man, people don't know this. I am an analytic nerd. Not like in the golf swing, you wouldn't know it based on my videos because I try to strip all that off of the video and just go into pretty simple instruction. On my instruction videos are fun stuff. But that's all based off hours and hours of analytics, of studying golf swings. I do the same thing on my YouTube analytics. And if you're not into that, you have no idea how deep you could really get. And oh my gosh, I'm in the weeds in these analytics. So I'm trying to study off what happens when people copy my video. Because I was like, okay, they copied mine, but my video went crazy and theirs did nothing. And they totally ripped off my thumbnail, title, everything. So what happened? And so then I was like, okay, I saw Bubby Golf's video on this dog throwing thing. And I was like, and it was perfect because I was like, I watched his video and I was like, like I could see what the problem is because I didn't think his shots were coming off the way they should. And I'd done a video like that like 12 years ago, not with the dog thing, but I actually threw my club, but it's literally the same thing. And so I was like, okay, that I know that dog throwing thing and I know the drill and I've done the drill. And I think this is a perfect opportunity to test my analytic theory here. All right. So this is why, people are like, oh, copying is bad. And it's not bad. So I said, all right. He doesn't typically do like instructions. I do a lot of instructions. So let me do an instruction off of Bubby's video. Now, he never even used the thing. He just talked about using the thing and talked about a video he saw of somebody actually using it. Not even for golf, for baseball or something like that. So I said to myself, all right, I'm going to get it and I'm going to actually use it and show people how to use it correctly, effectively. Because I know anyways. So that's what I did. And I did it like immediately after he dropped his video. Now, here's what's interesting. That is his number one video most viewed video on his channel. And it's his most viewed video by a mile. Like his second place is like 100,000 views less. It's ridiculous. So this is what YouTube does. They know what the original is. So when somebody else copies it, what they do is they push the original. Just the algorithm, the bots, they know like, hey, this guy did something, and then this guy did something right on the heels of that. So let's push the original content to more people, and that's exactly what they did. Now, my video is still doing well, not nearly as well as his did, but his is his #1 video by far. So I specifically did not mention him in the video because I didn't want the bots, the algorithm to do anything to even know anything. I wanted to test it clean, meaning if I say his name in the video, then the algorithms pick that up. They know, all right? Trust me, they know all this stuff. So I didn't do that, and I just let the comments come in organically, and everybody's referring back to Bubby Golf. And I'm like, this is fantastic. This is exactly what we want. And what does YouTube do? They keep sending off the original video more and more and more and more. And so what happened is he had his #1 video. So if I were to copy another video off of him, again, YouTube would do the same thing, right? That's just how it works. So when my video gets copied, YouTube does the exact same thing. So and I always suspected this because I was like, man, my video is doing great. Theirs isn't, but yet they copied me. These different people are copying me. Should I be concerned? So I tested it with the Bubby thing, and sure enough, YouTube pushed his video. So you're welcome, basically. But it was just the perfect, I was just always looking at different videos, like, okay, where's one that I could test out? So it worked out. I couldn't have planned it any better. Thanks, Bubby, for being like the guinea pig to my experiment. But I did mention him in the comments as well, and it helped his video even gain more views, more traction. So when it comes to copycats, that's kind of a long answer, but when it comes to copycats, it's not a big deal. Like even, I think Rick Shields mentioned in a podcast he did recently that he watches everybody. And if somebody's doing something, he's going to copy it. Of course, like now I'm not just looking for people to rip off. I never really want to rip off other people in YouTube land. But what I want to do is gain inspiration and say, okay, they did this. Let me do something similar, but I'm going to put my spin on it. I'm always putting my spin on it because that's just who I am. And I try to be an original content creator in that golf space. That's how I came up with my private club videos and the way in which I do them. And I got those from not even a golf creator, from like Casey Neistat's airplane video, like his first class airplane reviews. I was like, man, those things are cool. Those are awesome. And I drew inspiration and I said, what if I did that with these private golf country clubs? Something like that, but with golf, right? So I'm not like ripping him off. I'm just applying it to what I do. So I'm like, okay, how can I do that? And then I tried different things and then kind of got my format now. And I'm always kind of trying to tweak it and make it even better and better and better. But that's how I operate. I'm like, oh, I like what they're doing here. How can I make it my own? Other people just rip it off. And that's not going to be good for them. If you make it your own, you'll be fine. So I love what GM did with his video on the private membership. And I think it was great. And they got their own way of doing things, and they did that. And that's fantastic. And you should always have your own kind of unique thing. So when the viewers, see it's you, they know what to expect. And that's what YouTube wants. They want to know what to expect, right? Hey, when this creator does this type of video, this is what it's going to be like, and therefore YouTube likes that. It's an algorithm, the bots, all their, computers, AI, love consistency and they love to know what that video is going to be about, what it does. So the copycats, good if you do it a certain way, your way, and you make it consistently your own, then it's all good. So no, that's why I don't now I don't mind the copycats like I did before. Analytics and some testing on my part allowed me to like embrace it more than hate it. So there you go. But I prefer you not just to copy, but if you do, make it your own, because that's how we all grow and get better. And then collaboration is always good too.